Hi, enthusiastic Steve here, and welcome to another one of my videos. My dream radio, or one of my dream radios, has arrived. This is not an unboxing video. I've been after this radio for years. 30 years ago I used to walk into the local emporium, my local radio shop, Nevada's here in Portsmouth, and I used to gaze in awe at this particular radio running there on the bench, dimly lit showroom, all the display lovely and clear, and it was amazing what it could do. It was also amazing at the price. The price was over £700. I think they went up to nearly around £800 to £900 at the time. I could never afford that type of radio, so I used to just go in there, listen to it, have a play on the buttons, and come away and dream that one day I might own one. And well, reality has now come true. It's an old radio, but I've managed to find a minter. Well, almost mint. There's the odd mark on it, but the radio works perfectly. Not saying what it is yet. You have to wait and see, but it'd be worth the wait. And you might already have one, or know somebody who's still got one. And if you've got one in the cupboard, get it out and use it. Even to today, this radio holds its own against modern radios. So let's take a look. Just before we start, we've had some big old thunderstorms here in the southern England and probably in other parts of the UK the last few days. This is a picture I took above my antennas, a nice bit of fork light in there. So hopefully everybody's Radio Shacks are safe. So this is the parcel that the old postie delivered. So with the aid of some speeded up time lapse, let's just open the box up and let's reveal what's inside. It definitely comes very well packed, and it's got some substantial weight to it as well. 2 boxes inside. Let's get them out. Now, I would love to play some music now to build the tension, but due to YouTube copyright rules, I cannot do that. So, moving on. First box, let's get it open. And we reveal a Jim SMA1 signal meter. These meters were made by a company in Shirley at Southampton here on the south coast. Now for the main box. It's not that big, is it? Any ideas? Okay, pretend there's a fanfare of trumpets here. 1 AOR 3000. What an iconic range of radios with their sloping front faces. On the rear, a set of connections which look basically prehistoric compared to today's radios, but they are all still functional. At the time, Low Electronics, famous for other radios and equipments, were the sole appointed UK distributors here in the UK. Before we take a look at the technical specs for this radio, have a glance down on the right hand side at the bottom of this page. Look at that price. £765 UK pounds, and this went up over the coming years. In the box, the radio had the original operating manual. So let's take a look at the specs of this 1990s radio. The 3000 model was built between 1989 and 1991. This was the middle one of the AOR series of scanners, with the 2001, 2002, 3000, 3000A and 3000A+. The frequency range of this scanner is impressive. 100 kHz all the way to 2036 MHz. No gaps. So what modes and memories does this radio have? It has a narrow FM, wide FM, upper sideband, lower sideband, AM and CW. Now, memories may appear limited compared to modern radios. It's got 400 channels where you can store all the information, but they're only in 4 banks of 100. So before I play some on-air recordings, let's have a quick look on the front panel. You can tune up and down through the frequencies by using the up and down buttons on the right, or by the actual dial as well. The dial clicks as you turn it, unlike the 3000A and the Plus, which has a smoother motion. The buttons are quite small, but easily pressable, even with my big chunky fingers, and they have a nice little click to them. The keys are not only for frequency input, but they have a main function and a secondary function accessible by the second function key, top left. The radio has also a built-in alarm and a sleep function. On the far left-hand side, the front face of the radio, we've got a power timer button, a proper squelch knob, and a volume knob. So that's a quick look at the radio, and let's put it on air and see what we can actually hear. Now, I've attached this to one of my external speakers for clarity for recording.
Do not realise this is not a matter for the government, as my noble friend has told us, or was this just another freelance exercise?
More endeavour, VCS, thank you. Ready, you'll be the next departure from Cowes inbound, and the Caroline A due to board 12:15. North Sturbridge, looking ahead, the front Seoul will be the next large boarding, 1300 boarding station out.
Malta 101, climb flight level 290. Climb flight level 290, Malta 101. Tango London, L2 1 Lima Stansted, direct L2.
Lima Stansted, direct L2, Runner 7 Bravo Tango.
Runner 7 Bravo Tango, speed, my decimal 79 on conversion to 300 knots.
79 now, and on conversion 300 knots, Runner 7 Bravo Tango.
Between London and as the place to go. So something you sent after London, SCH, something, and then the place to go. So all between London and as the place to go.
Right, well there was Lyle Street, Chinatown. Yes, I was a bit, something went a bit scrappy in Chinatown, I think. London's Chinatown to you?
It's deliberately like that just at the moment, for various reasons. But just getting the habit of leaving the gap taught me on the digital side, so it comes as no hardship on analog. But that's when I remember. Well, that was Harold on the phone.
And just to prove it works on 446 as a receiver. It's got the proper 6.25 kilohertz steps. It's very simple to actually put the radio into a scan mode. Once you've stored some memories, which is very easy to do, you just literally press the button there. It says MIMO. The display changes with the channel numbers there, and you can either set it going by the dial or just press one of the up and down buttons, and it will go away merrily and scan that bank. You can lock out channels.
Source signal Lima 3 for all three classes. Lima 3.
Very weak signal there, look, but still picking it up.
GP0 class. Orange Ringwood mark. Distance.
That's race yachts. And to continue, just press the button.
0 degrees.
Or turn the knob. There is a bit of a long squelch tail on this radio, but that was uncommon on all of them. And for HF performance,
Papa H radio, Alpha contest. Mike Whiskey 16, the Mike Oscar 5919.
Full Echo 0 Echo, Uniform India 5914, thank you. QZ 9 Alpha 5 Yankee.
and the medium wave band.
In its strategic targets at the port city of Mariupol in Ukraine. Moscow says the final soldiers protecting steelworks there, which has been under fire for months, have surrendered. Meanwhile, British military intelligence shows if Russia continues to lose drones, their surveillance capability will be further degraded.
So there you have it, the AOR 3000. It was a brilliant radio. It still is a brilliant radio. Sitting there on my radio bench with some of my other 80s and 90s radio equipment, it really blends in well. If you're wondering what that speaker is, you can see that's a realistic SP150, made famous because it appeared in the Apollo 13 film, where they used it as a replica of the NASA Squawk Box, a speaker that they used to place with the wives of the Apollo astronauts so they could listen live to the actual missions. They are quite hard to get hold of in this country. I got this one a couple of years ago, and it was the only one for sale in the UK. As you see earlier, the radio came with a Jim SM A1S meter. Beautiful little bit of kit. This was actually wired in on a loom, all connected up to a little power box, and plugs in the back of the radio and gives you an alternative meter reading other than looking at the LCD display. So there you go, guys. Thank you very much indeed for watching the video and sharing the opening and the arrival of my new little toy, the AOR 3000. What a great little scanner it is. I mean, you know, they always say you shouldn't meet your heroes. I've met one of my heroes today. I'm not disappointed. Absolutely loving it. So for many, hopefully this radio, I've given it the caretaker for now of this new radio, and I shall love and cherish it like the previous owner or owners have. And hopefully it's got some more years left in it. So again, thank you very much for watching the video. Don't forget, have a browse through the other videos I've made. There's loads of content out there. Please click the old subscribe button if you wish to. It doesn't cost nothing. A lot of people think subscribe, I've got to pay money. No, it just means you get notification if I make a new video, and I get some. There's the radio kicking in. I get some more recognition on YouTube, and it helps with my subscribers and numbers, etc. So thank you very much. I'll say 73s. Take care. All the very best. This has been Enthusiastic Steve with his new AOR 3000. Goodbye.